What's happening in the world and what's happening on YouTube, to the new viewers, to the old viewers, to the new subscribers, to the old subscribers. Thank you guys for joining me for another video and welcome back to the channel. Okay, now anyway, you see me that I got the tripod already set up. So today, because I have my hands full today. So today, gonna be another episode of Pastor Trash. For the new guys and gals, new people, regardless, Pastor Trash is just my monthly detailing product reviews. I give you guys pretty much an average Joe's perspective of how I think it's supposed to work, what I think it did in the long run, and if I think I'm gonna use it, be it a pass, or if I think I'm just gonna leave it to collect dust or give it away, be it a trash. So this month's Pastor Trash is a little bit different today. So I've got two products in my hand here. My first product I've got is the Griot's Garage paint cleaning clay. So obviously today, this episode is gonna be on clay barring your car. So let's touch on the Griot's Garage real quick. So the Griot's Garage is the classic paint cleaning clay. Let's give you a look on the inside here. Look at that, just general clay, nothing special you could see. I already used some. So I've already had a little bit of experience with classic clay barring. So I've done my wife's Hyundai 2017, should I say Hyundai Santa Fe. I've clay barred her car just recently, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I really like the process. That's my first time ever clay barring. I know if you need the detail in the car, it's my first time ever clay barring anyway, so I really liked the process. I thought it was a pretty rewarding process, all that work that you put in to make the car look nice. We've had it as a used car. We picked up a little over 30,000 miles on it. So I thought at that point that it needed some clay bar treatment. So I gave it a clay bar treatment. You guys are gonna see the pictures right here of how it came out in the long run. Now, this is pretty much how detailers have used clay for, ever. There's different types of clay. There's glass clay, there's wheel clay, there's fine clay, there's a harder compound clay, there's all these different kinds of clays. Now, let's get on to the subject of the video, and that's this. This is Mother's Speed Clay 2.0. Now, I just got this delivered from Amazon, so let's give it a little look-see. In the package, all you pretty much have is your speed clay. So you can see little textured ridges, good in the hand, that sort of thing. So today, this is what we're gonna be trying out. Ooh, let me fix your light for you guys. Today, this is what we're gonna be trying out on the Hellcat. You can see, I've already got it out in the back here. So we're gonna give out Mother's Speed Clay 2.0, a little test on the Hellcat today. The big draw here with the Mother's Speed Clay 2.0 is that you are apparently able to clay as you wash or clay as you wax. Now, in the demo videos that I've seen, what you're basically supposed to do is usually if you have your generic or your original clay bar, you can either use it as you wash or you can use it as you wax as well. But you're always if you're using it as your wax, you're using a spray wax or some sort of lubricating surface, and you're always kneading the clay. The big thing, if you drop your clay, obviously it goes in the trash. I had that womp womp moment already when I used it on my wife's SUV. It's probably her texting me right now. I had that womp womp moment, used a little ball of it for getting into it, getting used to the feeling of doing the cross hatching sort of detailing, and of course I dropped the clay, had to throw it away. So now, with Mother's Speed Clay, what they say is that if you drop this, all you have to do is rinse it off with some clean water and you're good to go. So obviously that makes it a little bit easier and a little bit safer for the new enthusiast who's clay barring their car. And apparently it makes it a little bit easier for the elite detailing specialist. You see that plug there? For the elite detailer who wants a little bit more convenient in their clay barring. This is also supposed to cut down the amount of time that you take to clay. Now, with general paint cleaning clay, it took me about 4 hours, give or take, to do my wife's SUV, and granted that's an SUV. So, this was the baseline, 4 hours. We're not using it on the SUV, as I've already told you, we're using it on the Hellcat out there. So, let's see how long, and let's see what results I get from Mother's Speed Clay 2.0 on the Hellcat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so behind me sits one dripping wet Hellcat. So gave it a power washing, gave it a wipe down, gave it a rinse down, and now it's about time to try the Speed Clay 2.0. That's my pressure washer. So all I'm gonna do, like the directions say, is I'm gonna use take this out of here now. I'm gonna use my soapy water bucket, my clean soapy water bucket, and we're gonna do one panel. We're gonna do a panel on the hood, and then we're gonna show you guys exactly how we use this, what the outcome is, and then if it's good, I'll go over the rest of the car with it. Thank you, the pressure washer agrees. I'll go over the rest of the car with it after that. So, usually when you use traditional clay, you need to put on some gloves, you need to start kneading, get it nice and warm, room temperature, and then you go at it. But with this, don't need no gloves, just need some soapy water and a little bit of hope. And we'll see if this is a pass or trash. So, let's go check it out on the hood. All right, so here we are now on the top of this beautiful billet silver hood. I've already dumped my Clay Bar 2.0 in my soapy water, as you can kind of see by my hands here. So what I did was I also replaced my pressure washer back with my regular hose head just to give it an even, hopefully spot-free rinse after it's done. So now we're just gonna do exactly what Mother says to do. Let me get this back in my soapy water one time. So we're gonna work with this area over here, and it just says to and fro lateral motion. So here we go. Wish me luck, y'all. You can definitely already hear the contaminants that it is going over. First thing I will say is that it's a little hard to navigate with this thing over all the curves to make this hood and the rest of this car aerodynamic. So there's something to worry about there. But I can feel that it is definitely gliding over a lot of the surface contaminants, and definitely on this area right here, it's definitely getting smoother to the touch as I go over it. I can feel a slight difference. Obviously I have to modulate my strokes here, giggity, a little bit because of the curves. Let's give it a quick rinse. Well, water is definitely sheeting off a little bit better, a little bit smoother, so let's give it a good little, I mean, it's pretty smooth. Let me compare it to this other area that I haven't done. I will say, I can definitely feel the difference. There's surface contaminants definitely on this end of the hood here. On this end, not so much. So I think this is all the motivation I needed to do the rest of the car with the Mother's Clay Bar 2.0, and I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna get back with you guys after I've done the rest of the car, put a nice sealant on it to keep the rest of those surface contaminants off, and then I'll get back to you guys with my final thoughts, so stay tuned. Alright y'all, just wanted to take a quick second out to show you guys a little before and after. So here is a Mother's Speed Clay 2.0 treated side, and here, even with all that I do for this lovely Hellcat and all I do for this lovely paint, here is it without having the Speed Clay done to it. So that's about 7 months of Hellcat ownership, and this is after the Speed Clay 2.0. So just to give you guys a little visual representation, you can definitely see there's almost no water beading or sheeting, obviously, besides this area that's a little hard to get around, versus you see a little bit beading, obviously, because the paint is protected as far as I can protect it without a ceramic coating. But without a clay bar for the first 7 months of ownership. So do with that what you will. But like I said before, treated side, untreated side. All right, let me get back to this. All right, everybody, and we are back to the familiar sight of myself in my garage because it is gotten way too dark outside, but finished it up, and now it's time for final thoughts on if Mother's Speed Clay 2.0 was a pass or a trash. So let's go over some pros real quick of Mother's Speed Clay 2.0. Pros is obviously it's a little bit easier than traditional clay to use. If it's dropped, it can be rinsed off and gone right back onto the car. And also it is, I was a little worried when I first opened it up, but it turns out that the whole thing is made of sort of like a foam material. So all of it is pretty smooth touch, pretty soft touch. So you're not really gonna bump or scuff anything on your car if you're using for the first time or for multiple times. As another pro, Mother says it can be used at least, well, I don't even remember how many it was. It was a pretty fair number of times before you need to replace it. So it's durable, it's soft touch, and it's convenient. So there's some good pros for you. Cons associated with the Speed Clay is obviously it's a little bit bulkier. It's not as malleable as traditional clay. So especially for pieces like the hood vents, it was a little bit harder to get around. Had to finagle my way around a little bit, find the edge of it, find different edges to maybe like go around it, and then also had to switch my hand technique whilst trying to get around those edges. So it's a little bit bulky. I mean, if you're like the hardcore enthusiast, it's probably not the same feeling as you'd get from using clay. And also, again, this is just amateur detailing. It might not give you the same effects that you would expect from traditional clay. So there's your cons for Speed Clay 2.0. Overall, Mother Speed Clay 2.0 pass or trash? For me, it's gonna be a pass. I really enjoyed the ease of it. Like I said, it took me about 4.5 hours to do my wife's SUV. With traditional clay, this one didn't really cut down too much more time. It took me about 2 hours, 45 minutes to round up to about 3 hours. So it took me overall about 3 hours to clay bar with Speed Clay 2.0 this Hellcat. So a little bit different. Obviously sizes are different compared from a freaking 3-row SUV to just a 5-seater sedan. But I mean, I guess there's a little bit of proof there. It did cut down time, at least 1 hour and 15 minutes. Like I said, round off to about an hour, cut off to about an hour of my clay barring time. So if you're in the market for something a little bit more convenient, I'm not sponsored by Mothers for anything, but I always do this kind of stuff because this is average guy testing average everyday detailing products that maybe you guys would like to know about or you haven't tried yet, or you want a little bit more information on. So if you're in the market for a little bit more convenience when it comes to your clay bar, maybe if you're owning a business and you want to buy a couple of them and you want to get a couple more clay bars done in the week or something like that for your business, I would highly suggest looking into Mother's Speed Clay 2.0. And with that, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, it is about time for me to finally say good night at this point. It was good morning when I started, but now it's about time for me to say good night and put a wrap on this video. Of course, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, hit that support button. If you have other detailing products, or if you have some info, or you want to have a little commentary section on Speed Clay 2.0, hit me in the comments. I always reply back to everybody. So now at this point, that is the end of this video. As I said before, if you liked, please give it a like and hit that support button if you haven't already. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and take care, YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one.